What up, peeps? Happy Sunday. Here we are again. Today we're going to just have some open conversations. Those of you out there listening today, man, just jump right in, chime right in. But it's hot in Texas. That's all I can tell you about that. And other than that, every day is every day, and we just have to keep on chucking along. And it's a good thing out there. We got our temperature back to normal. No rainstorms in effect, and I think Texas is starting to settle a little bit. The trees are being picked up, man. There's a big old mess with all that stuff. So all that stuff is happening right now, and everything's kind of coming back to normal. What's happening in California, Mike?
Hey, man, it's still hot.
Yeah.
We was at 104, 105 yesterday. The days in the high 90s, but next week, this upcoming week, we're back in the hundreds, man. So we got another heat wave coming through, and they're talking about we might have rolling blackouts. I don't know if you remember how those went.
Yeah.
Just to make sure safe in case of fires and stuff like that. So, my power may go out for a couple of hours tomorrow because it'll be hot and during the week. So, that's how California is right now, man. California has been hot. We've been having those fires, man. It's fire season. But otherwise, man, everybody, we're doing good. We're doing well, man. Just want to say hi out there. We're back. We're ready to go.
Yeah, man.
I just want to, before we even start, Rod, I just want to, just tell them how you feeling, man. Just tell everybody how you feeling because you're getting ready.
Yeah. I can say that I feel pretty good. I've shared on my YouTube channel, Robert Johnson Training IFBB. People can go subscribe, like, and comment if you like. But I shared on there like a free meal plan of what I'm doing right now to help drop my weight, and it's a lot to do with keto. Keto has a tendency to allow you to drop the weight quickly. As long as you're eating properly, you'll hold on to your muscle, and your energy level will go down. But once you get into the ketosis phase, my body has started to get that extra energy from using my fats, which is a slow burning energy source. So that has helped me out. On Saturday, I had a refeed. So that refeed has really filled my tank again, and I'm ready to go through the week again. So I'll be repeating that cycle of keto through Saturday, and on Saturday have one meal only, just to kind of raise my leptin levels up a little bit. And so in that way, my brain will get the signal that it's okay to continue to burn. And so this last 3.5 weeks, hopefully I'll reach that peak to where my numbers are good. So when I get ready to carb load, I won't, have a problem with going over and my weight is off. And because bottom line is I'm just above 5'11", so I can weigh 227. But I know for a fact that I probably look my best at about 220, 219, somewhere in that area. And it's not about how much I weigh as far as I'm concerned. It's about pretty much how I look. And it's all a mirror thing to me. I don't care if I weigh 205. If I'm shredded and I look good, then that's where I'm going to go with it.
About how you look in the mirror, man. How you look.
Yeah.
How you look under those lights.
Yeah. So if you guys want to see more videos, though, go to my YouTube channel. And that way you can see all the stuff I'm going through. But there's a free meal plan that I threw in there today. And so hopefully people will grab hold of that and subscribe and like and tell me what they think about it. But other than that, man, I feel pretty good. I'm excited. This is a 5-year hiatus for me. So having an opportunity to come back and compete again and actually compete as a Masters Pro. When I got out of it in 2019, I was competing against kids. It was everybody. And so now I get a chance to see what I'm like with my own peers.
And they added the Masters because they got Pittsburgh Masters. I've been seeing.
Yeah. They're all over now. They're all over now.
Against guys their own age now, close to their age. But before, man, you're competing against 30-year-olds, 40-years, Masters and stuff like that.
It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. But I to answer your question to everybody out there, I feel great. I just feel good. I look at myself in the mirror and I don't go, oh man, I'm behind. I go, I'm on point. So it's just a matter of timing now. It's all about timing in this world of bodybuilding. Some people spill over, and what that means is that they end up eating too much are getting too many fluids in them when they shouldn't be getting fluids in them, and then their body just kind of smooth out. And if they're sweating on stage, when people are sweating on stage, you know that they have screwed up their plan. So it's not a good thing.
Lean, they don't even, like you
Yeah,
said,
they don't fill out.
Then they come in and they don't fill out, and they're just really, really, really lean. But if people that are interested in bodybuilding or just in transformations, man, I recommend that you guys go to his YouTube page, man, because you get to see the difference in his physique. And for somebody that's over 60, man, to me, man, it's not easy. I know, it's not easy. That's why I won't do it anymore. It's just not the easiest thing to do in the world. And for somebody at that age to be doing that and looking the way he's looking, man, I commend him, take my hat off to him every day. He knows that because I put him out there. You guys see him on my page. So just want to appreciate that. If you guys want to see a transformation in a body, and you can see it because he shows it. So you guys go ahead and look at it. And like he said, he has his diet that he's doing right now. It's on his page. It's free. So go get it. Go get it. What else you got?
Yeah, shit. I had an opportunity to watch Jake Paul's fight last night. And there was a couple of fights before that. That was pretty good athletes. This young lady that they have, I can't think of her name now, Serena something, but she's one of Jake Paul's people. She's a champion. But man, this girl is on fire. For those of you who watched it, I can't think of her name. So if you know it, throw it into the comment right now. But she's on fire. And she was like hammering this young lady that she was fighting. And it's funny that the young lady called herself the Hammer, the one who was getting her ass kicked. She was getting hammered. So yeah. And so, but I after watching all of that, I had a tendency to slowly lose my interest in the style that Jake Paul is bringing into the profession. I'm not going to sit here and say the guy don't know how to box, because he does. I think it's just, it's a little too much of showmanship. And when you watch it, it's like watching Rocky Balboa, where Apollo Creed's coming in this circus outfit. And, and I know there's a couple of guys who do it, but I've noticed that, like Wilder, before he lost his momentum, he would kind of come out in these outfits. But once the momentum went away, then he came out like a normal boxer, in a robe and stuff like that. And I just think that when you see a boxer come into the ring, of course, Mike Tyson had his own style. I mean, his black shirt, black shoes, black shorts. He just came in to kick your ass, and that's it. Right. He came in to kick your ass. But showmanship is good in certain things. And this is my own perspective. I just thought that to have all the comedy act stuff going, and they kind of went split screen where the two guys were like teasing each other, you know what I mean? They don't do that shit, man. And it just looked like it was like a game. But, I'm not going to knock the guy's skills. But until he put him up against someone who's a true champion, he had a couple of fights that supposedly been pro guys, but not the people who's in the top notch. And in any sport that I know, far as rankings are concerned, you have to start at the bottom and go through the best and get to the top. But he hadn't done that. And so all of these people that he keeps bringing forth, this guy he fought last night, Perry was bare knuckle champ. Bare knuckle champion. But, this guy didn't even know what it was like to hold his fist up in front of his face. He was just kind of walking in, like you're fighting on the street with someone.
And that's what bare knuckles is. That's what bare knuckles is.
So he was teeing off on him, man. He was teeing off on him. I mean, I could have teed off on him, and I'm not even fucking nowhere in shape. But when someone's going to walk up to me face to face, even if I'm in the street, I'm knocking you the fuck out. And that's pretty much how it was. He just like, come on, boom, boom. Back, come on. And it's like, okay, now this Mike Tyson that's going to come and fight him, it's supposedly now November 15th. It was stated that the contract was signed. And if anybody going to kind of show him what true boxing is like, Mike Tyson can do it. Now, we all know as we age, we just don't have it what we had before.
Right.
And I know Mike Tyson is this unbelievable man who are able to like do some incredible things and maybe still have that incredible attitude. But we've all seen his last 3 or 4 fights, and it wasn't a Mike Tyson of old. So not doing that and coming into a kid who is, I mean, like I said, he got a good jab, good all that stuff. 2 things will happen. Mike Tyson will knock him the fuck out, like and the first or second round, because I don't see his endurance allowing him to go any further. And Jake Paul himself last night, his endurance sucked after the 3rd round. I mean, he was breathing like he was running sprints and coming back and sitting down. So I don't see the credibility in boxing right now unless they go back, you know, with the kids, the younger guys, the middleweights, the light heavyweights. And you was talking about something about contracts that they have with this Jake Paul dude.
Yeah, about think about it, you know, like you said, they talking about rankings and everything. They use that weight classes. You know, Jake Paul, think about all the people he's been fighting, man. He's been always heavier in most of the fights, you know. They have to come in at a certain he has standards for them to meet, and his standard sometimes is different. You know, his standards is PEDs, his standards he can weigh this much. Their standards is they might be getting tested. Their standards they have to be at this certain amount of weight. You know, like you said, it's becoming more of a comedy routine. It's taken away a lot from boxing, just to see it. And the thing is, there, you know, he's, you know, like I said, like you said, we'll give him credit because he does have boxing skills because he trains. He's a boxer. But the thing is, he hasn't fought any real formidable foes. He hasn't went, you know, the distance when, you know, he can be out of shape and win because he's fighting people that, hey, they're either in it just for the money or he's handpicking people that he knows he can beat. You know, basketball players, you know, guys that's been, you know, been retired from the MMA and stuff like that. So when you look at it like that, you know, I guess because boxing has died over the years, they're looking for some sort of entertainment to bring it back. But I think now, to me personally, like you're talking about, to me, the Jake Paul thing is kind of dying out because you're not fighting nobody. It's not like if you're entertaining, like if you was fighting somebody real, and even if you lost, I might come back and watch your next fight. But you're fighting, you know, when you're fighting people like that, it's kind of a turn off. But certain people like that, you know, he's a YouTuber, so you know who knows.
And also with the money that's involved, it's unbelievable amount of money involved. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, $30 million in this, and you know, all these crazy numbers. And I know that entertainment, Netflix, all of these people, is all about how much money we can make. $30 million off of their plate not going to mean shit when you got over 200 million people buying the package for $79. And so it's not going to really matter to them. So if you want to get out there and clown, people pay you money to dance. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, it's like he's, you know, and I think he has a little influence on the money packages too.
I think so, he puts up the money for the fight.
Yeah. So how many boxers you know in your entire life are watching boxing said, oh, I'm putting up $30 million to fight you know, Michael, you know, with Hearn and Sugar Ray Leonard. Did they put up money? No. The all of the entertainment people and all of the, you know, all of the sold out buildings and stuff like that, the people who put that money up. And so it takes away from it. It's just like, it's like football teams that said, you know what, we're going to play the weakest team out there, but we're going to pay everybody on that team an extra $10,000. You know what I mean? It's so unfortunate that money, entertainment, influencers, all of those people are taking over reality, and it affects the kids who are growing up now. They see easy ways. They don't see how you grow to get there and make it tough. It's always an easy way out. And so I just, it's just not a good vision.
Say, give it to me now because I don't want to work for it. I don't want to put any time behind it and everything.
Yeah. Everybody wants something that's tangible. Just give it to me. Yeah.
But check this out, though. We don't usually dwell in the politics, But today something happened that hasn't really happened. I think one time with Johnson, I think he stepped out of the race or whatever. We had
Yeah.
President Biden. He said he's not running.
Yeah.
And that's big. That's historical. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. So my opinion on that is this, bro. I think Mr. Biden, President Biden, was losing it.
Yeah.
Honestly, he was. You know, when you get a certain age, man, you can't trickle those numbers and those percentages in your head as fast as you did when you was, you know, a little bit younger, right? And so I found that if he wasn't reading from the prompters, that everything was a little bit hesitant and a little unsure, and different names and calling people Putin when it's somebody. All those things like that. That's not something that takes place when you're right here and you got it all right. The Probably the most important thing that he's done in his whole career now is that he called it quits and let somebody else go in and take over. I think he'll be recognized as not a quitter, but as someone who says, you know what, I can't run the race anymore. And if I keep trying to running, the person on the other side, Mr. Trump, is going to be continue to move forward. Even if people don't want Trump, even if people don't want Biden, the bottom line is that you, at least me, I'm going to vote for someone who I know is healthy, whether they're Republican, or Democrat. I mean, you got to show me something that's going to make me feel like, okay, maybe this person can represent us. Unfortunately, that was on both sides, and we don't get into politics here, but we're going to speak our mind, is that I don't think either one of them is going to represent us in a way to where we can be proud. Now, please understand this, listeners. If you're a Republican and you're running for whomever it may be, you're going to run for the Republican no matter if they're strong or weak. If you're a Democrat out there and you got a Democrat, you're going to vote for the Democrat no matter if they're strong or weak. It's just that the parties in general, it's like whichever party brings the most drinks to the party, that's the team's going to win, right? And so right now, you know, Trump got a serious following. With Ms. Harris coming on board, if they do allow her to be the candidate and she's, you know, like voted in to represent, I just think that it's going to be another Obama moment. That every person of color is going to go vote, and it could spring Democrats back into this mode of feeling good. I think the energy level is probably going to change now that they got someone else, female or male. The energy is going to change. Having first Black lady will be a serious history moment, just like a historic moment, just like it was with Obama. So all these things are in play. Do I think the Republicans are concerned about that? Hell yeah, I do. Do I think the Democrats are thinking they got a chance now? Hell yeah, I do. But still, at the end of the day, I'm just hoping the person who wins is gonna like really go in with a clear head and quit thinking separate. Fuck the blue, fuck the red, just go gray. God damn it, let us all be equal, and so we can like live a little bit. Because right now you got people hating on each other just because of who they fucking voted for.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean? It's like ridiculous. I don't get that.
Just want to say Mark Smith joined our joined the conversation. Just want to say hello. What's up, Mark Smith?
Right on. What's up, Mark? But so yeah, man.
Also on that, man, you're right. And you know what? Trump is 78. We don't know, you know, when being a president takes a toll on you. You've seen every president that's went in, no matter how they went in, how they looked. Because think about it. When Biden went in, he looked like a picture of health. When 4 years ago, look what that 4 years done to him. And we forget that he did 8 years with Obama. So you're talking about that's 12 years of being in that kind of environment. You know, even Obama, when he came out, he looked older.
Yeah. Well, it was all fucked up.
You know, even, you know, and Trump aged too when he was in it. So, and having a president that's, when we start getting older, man, it's tough, man. And I, 78 years old, you got to look at it. And like you said, when Biden was speaking and stuff, man, that just wasn't healthy, man. We got, as America, we have to do better. We have to try to do better, because with other, I look at it like this: with other, we used to be, when we used to walk around, we could walk around with our chest out, because everybody, all the other countries looked at us and say, "Hey, that's America." The president didn't matter if it was Democrat, Republican. They knew we were still strong.
Right.
And when they see, when you start seeing elderly people running something and they're not competent, or they don't look competent, it's tough, man. People are outside worlds looking at us right now to see what's going to happen, and it's going to be very, very interesting. Like you said, man, this is a time that we never had. And like you said, it's all about me, man. We need to, people stop hating on each other because of this and that. We need to say, hey, you know what? This is what's best for the country. We're going to stick together. We want to make America better again, be it blue or red or whatever, gray, independent or whoever. I'm just looking at, we need competent people that's going to be running our government.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, I just think that, that there's so many people who brought to the attention of the exchange right when they saw what went down. Unfortunately, it happened during a moment of doing the race, right? I mean, if it happened before then, you can kind of go, okay, now let's deal with this now, right? But when you go back to it now, you go back to the Republican side, and what's his name, McCullough, the leader of the Republican Party. Remember him standing there in a gaze where his people had to escort his ass off the floor. But what happens? They stuck with him. They supported him. They let him rebuild his mental state or whatever the fuck was going on with him. But that is one of those signs that where when they came out with this whole ordeal about age limit and how old they should be and all that, hell yeah. I think when you go my age, our age, it's time for your ass to step down and forget about power. You're going to be protected anyways. You got everyone that's going to protect you. That's it, Mitch McCullough. So right on, Mark. So it's just one of those things, man, that where people get so caught up in power, then they get caught up in not wanting to step on the wrong toes because they want to keep their jobs. Because if you say something against your party, then they're going to go, well, we're going to vote your ass out. We're not going to support you. We're not going to endorse you. We're not going to do all that stuff. And I guarantee you this, every one of the motherfuckers that with the Republican side are afraid to say anything about Mr. Trump because they know that shit's over. It's over. Yeah. Even if they're thinking about it. I mean, think about it in football. We're going to change the subject, people. If you got a famous quarterback and he's fucking up, anybody gonna say shit? They're gonna go, oh, it was a receiver's fault, the running back's fault. And that's what happened. So it's something about power, control, leadership. It's all fucked up right now. People need to really take the power away mentally, and leadership is someone that people want to follow you. You're a Pied Piper. They want to follow you. And right now, people are following because of bullied. They're just not in. They're not in that. I don't need this job that bad type of attitude. There's a couple of people who walked away from the Republican side because they go, you know what, this is not how I roll. And those are legit strong people who are not caught up in, I'm gonna lose my job if I don't support you. You know, so I don't know. It is what it is, man. And I always tell people this, and maybe I'm wrong, people, but I'm gonna say it. I'm so low on the totem pole. All that shit that's happening up there, hadn't seen him put $1 in my pocket or take it away. So I just don't know. I mean, we can sit there.
Sometimes y'all be fighting over. I'll be like, hey, you got to
I don't know what you're talking about. It ain't done shit for me. And it ain't hurt me one bit. So, I'm just trying to figure out, okay, how do I survive? without staying underwater. I want to be out there. I want to be active. I want to be doing everything I have to do to take care of my surroundings. And I just don't try to sit back and have arguments with my friends because of the color that they're wearing and who they're voting for.
Right. And that's what we talked about before. We talked about that. Say, hey, you know, that's what America was built on, man. You know, you have that right. You have your own opinion and everything. But sometimes when you use certain platforms to put out there and put negativity or whatever you put out there, you know, to me, that's when it gets out of hand. You know, I got some great friends that I know they voted for Trump. I got some great friends that I know that voted for Biden. Don't affect me like that because I know they're my friends. They don't put it out there and you know, like that. I know what kind of people they are. That was just their preference. Everybody has a preference, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it, and that's what the politics are built on. But now people take it to a whole nother thing. They start going with a lot of hate and stuff and everything and all that, you know. We don't project hate, especially us right here. We just, you know, we speak our facts, we speak on our opinion. But hey, it's not about hate. We want everybody to unite. That's why we even do the show, because we want people to be better. That's our goal. Hey,
and the bottom line, hold on. Bottom line, people, is this: hate is just fear. So if someone hating on you right now, they're in fear of what you're doing. They think you're climbing the ladder a little bit faster than them, or you got something that they don't have, and so they're gonna hate on you. So hate is nothing but fear, and you can just kind of look at them and go, you know what? I'm good. You don't have to worry about me coming at you anyway, because I'm out here doing my own thing. I'm not looking over your fence to see what you got in your yard. And we're just gonna shake hands at the mailbox and we're cool. But I'm not gonna hate on you because you got a new Beamer in your yard and I'm over here in my truck. And it ain't just gonna happen. But you know, people, people just hating because they fear that they're gonna look worse or bad or whatever the case may be.
I had even put out I put out a video this week about that, you know, about how people, you know, hate and stuff like that or whatever. But you know what, man? Haters just want to be what you want. They just want to have what you got, or they know, hey, because you did it, they know they should be able to do it and they can't do it. So they're gonna try to put you down and bring you back down. You know, we talked about the boiling crab effect before. You know, crabs start crawling out that pot, they keep pulling you down. That's all.
Crabs in a bucket. Crabs in a bucket of haters.
That's all that is.
Yeah, man.
But anyway, I wanted to talk about a little bit. You know, this weekend, we're going into the Olympics in 2 weeks. I think next week. Next week is the Olympics starts next Friday. The WNBA had their All-Star game, and the WNBA All-Stars played the USA Olympic team, which were made up of the top WNBA players.
Right.
The WNBA All-Stars won.
Wow.
Our women basketball teams are that strong, but for them to win and they won pulling away, it wasn't a close game. They had 2 rookies. Angel Reese got a double-double. I think she got a record in the All-Star game yesterday, and Caitlin Clark had the assist record in the All-Star game. It was a real competitive game, a good, awesome game. And what happens is, we're talking about it. What happens is now the WNBA goes on hiatus until after the Olympics. So there won't be any games until after those players come back, and then they resume their season. A lot of people don't know that. And just touch up on that, because, you know, I want to give the WNBA their props, man, because some good basketball being played, man. I've been watching some of those games and everything. So
I just think that you know what, each generation bring on a new growth period. And as we know, in the beginning, the women basketball, women's sports in general just didn't get that attention, right? And so now you have these kids who grow up watching basketball in general, and they don't care if they play against the guys or the girls on the court in the summertime. And so they build those skills, and they're able to come out and actually play competitively, which has, you know, has increased the number of people, has increased the number of contracts with the agents, different agencies and stuff. And plus, you know, it's like every sport, man. You're gonna have 5 or 6 really, really good people that's gonna get attention, and the cameras are gonna follow them. And when the cameras follow them, the people follow them, and then next thing you know, you got, you know, groupies, and everybody's there, family members, everybody's there. And I think that this group that came on has brought a lot of has brought a lot of people in. But the All-Star team, and the difference between the Olympic team is made of some of the older players, correct?
Yeah.
And so the younger kids ran them down. That's what I'm hearing you saying. Right?
That's what you was putting
So,
yeah. But our the women Olympic basketball team, they haven't they haven't lost. Their record is impeccable. That's
I mean, they're like Jake Paul.
But to play that level of competition to get ready, you know, that's good. And they took it seriously. So it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like the men's all-star game where it was some serious basketball going on and stuff like that. So that's why I'm going to kind of bring that attention. I do want to bring something else to attention that I saw this week in sports. It's a 14. I don't know if you saw that 14-year-old kid playing soccer.
I saw it.
The youngest professional in soccer, because Freddie Adu was, but now it's this kid.
Yeah.
This kid, man, is a phenom. I seen him. His brother's even on the team. I'm like, when they put him in the game and I saw what he was doing.
I saw that. Little blonde hair kid.
Man. Yeah. You know, because soccer is big in America, but it's not big like everywhere else.
Yeah.
You know, and hopefully that brings it. And when they spoke, when they interviewed him and he spoke, man, the dude, he don't sound like no 14-year-old.
Yeah, he's an old soul, man. He's an old soul.
He sounds like a 14-year-old. And the thing is, he says, you know what? I want to help bring the Olympic gold and the World Cup gold to America. Yeah. Man, that right there, man. I love the attitude.
That was awesome.
Like I said, he's a talent, man. He's definitely a talent. And somebody, I can't remember the kid's name right now offhand, man, but that dude, man, is awesome. Awesome athlete.
Yeah, I saw that. You know, there again, we talk about generations, bro.
Yeah.
That's always a couple of good ones come in a generation. You kind of go, you cannot stop it. They always come in, man. And so it's what's so nice about it is that in that sport, they don't have to wait till they've had 2 years of college.
Exactly.
They can come right in and use their skills because, you know, I don't ever see them doing that in football.
No.
That ain't gonna happen. That is grown men sport, and you better have some weight on your buckle. So, but everything else,
I don't think it's really anybody. Even they've said something to come out at unless you're a super duper senior that's graduating at 20 some years old, maybe.
Yeah.
But just a kid that's 17, because now they're younger coming out of high school. They're reclassifying themselves. Some of them 16, 17 years old going to college. So I don't see like you said, that's one sport. I don't see that happening, and because your body just ain't ready, man.
Hey, Mark, I know you're listening. So tell us about the Texans. Type something in there. Tell us who got the next one.
Texas said they had the 5-headed monster.
Yeah.
You see that?
I did. I'm just curious. Mark, who is the Texans' next one?
Yeah, Texans are looking good, man. They got a good
looking good, but I thought you had a particular person when you said my Texans got the next one, next superstar. Oh, so you mean the quarterback? I'm sure that's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
But other than that, man, I just hope everything pan out in our world in general. I hope that we have positive stuff on both sides. I hope there is no discrimination because you have a black female running. I hope that there's no stupidness that will happen to her or Trump. No more possible shooting, any of that stuff. No one can wish nothing bad like that.
Either way, exactly.
And just, we all need to figure out a way just to kind of live a little bit and realize you're kind of in control of your own destiny, your own surrounding. I will always say, keep your circle small, keep your vision clear, and that way you know what's going on in your world. Because if you try to go outside of all that and argue about stuff you don't know shit about, you're gonna get lost in the dark, man.
Lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
So with that being said, Rob, man, tell them how to get a hold of you.
Man, they can get a hold of me right there across that screen, robertjohnsontraining.com. Reach out to a brother. Let me know what's up. If you're curious about what's happening in my world right now, once again, my YouTube channel, which is opposite of our 60 Fit Podcast Club, you can go to Robert Johnson Training, IFBB Pro, and you see some of the stuff I've been putting up, new videos and stuff that is really, I don't put too much on Instagram or TikTok. So there'll be different stuff that you'll be receiving there. And just like, subscribe, and comment. Anything you put out there, I usually try to respond to people, and not to all because I've been getting a lot, but I try to have a overall response to you, and just kind of let you know exactly what's happening that I'm doing with the questions that you ask. What about you? Where they can find you, man?
Just want to say QC Muscle said thanks. Appreciate both you guys, Mark Smith and QC Muscle, for tuning in. Appreciate that, man. Love it, man. Appreciate that. You can reach me at House of Darkness Fitness on Instagram. Big Darkness 59 on Instagram, and also on YouTube. I'm putting out videos also now. More workout videos for people. I'm trying to even do 30-minute and under workouts for people that don't have a lot of time. So
what's your YouTube handle?
It's Big Darkness 59 on YouTube.
Okay.
Check me out.
There you go. All right, peeps. Well, we've shared all of our stuff. It is the Bidens, as it is the Harrises, it's the Jake Pauls, and it's everything else. So you guys enjoy your rest of your Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday. So guess what? Buckle up. It's a new week. Peace.
Doses.